one of the main themes that we develop, and it constantly occurs in our practice, is the question of bodies, kind of efficiency and limitations in relationship to technology, and this constant pressure and from the industry and the capital to upgrade oneself to kind of keep up with this rapid development of technologies. And so basically for us it is about capital traveling through bodies and materials. And so we try to speak about that, especially through combination of different materials that are both natural and artificial, and at the same time to question this notion of what is natural, what is artificial anymore. And for example, the work that we show here, it has elements like water with edible pigment, what you would put in children cakes, but it looks completely toxic. It looks like resin. And at the same time, you have silicone with chia seeds, and chia is this kind of superfood that you're encouraged to eat, but it's already kind of melted in this synthetic silicone. But at the same time, this silicone is used for human prosthetics, for extensions of bodies, so it again returns to body in one way or another. So through this combination of these materials, we try to kind of make people rethink of their own kind of prejudices or predeterminations of what they think is natural and what they think is artificial, and how natural are their bodies still in relationship to the world. You see two, basically you could say, sculptural installations with two of the biomorphic devices that they have both the sculptures but also liquid inside, and these thermoformed windows almost. And at the center of the room is, we call it kind of a synthetic crater, where you can see also this super toxic looking liquid evaporating in space with some strange objects floating on the surface. And it composes one body of work. When we worked on this installation, we were researching about asteroid mining and these different plans to mine asteroids, in the sense that we're running out of resources here already, and now it's a good point to look for resources outside of this planet, of the limits of this planet. So for us it was one of the ways of that basically capital expansion is going outside of this surface to other celestial bodies. So in a sense it was interesting for us how something as small as microorganism goes to, this macro super plans of expanding this capitalist system outside of this planet. So it's very much about zooming in and zooming out. So in the works, these sculptures that you see in the space, we see them as kind of biomorphic devices. So they combine these kind of almost machinic elements, like these aggressive legs that stitch to the ground, and at the same time images from surface of Mars that look like some kind of flesh tones or some kind of infected skin zooming in. And at the same time they're not flat. There is an imprint of a backbone in each of them, so they're something between a sculpture and a flat object. And at the same time it's about this human imprint on its environment. Wherever the human touches, there is already an imprint left behind. Our name, Pakui Hardware, derived from two kind of competing and at the same time informing each other fields. Pakui means is a Hawaiian character from Hawaiian mythology, which is a runner that is very fast. It was able to circle an island 6 times a day. So it refers to velocity and speed and the velocity of development of technologies and expansion of capital, for example. And hardware refers to body, the materiality. So it's always the tension between the two, this kind of velocity, the expansion, and the material part that kind of obstructs and holds down this velocity, but at the same time is a resource for the velocity and this development. It's a name that we didn't come up ourselves. We wanted to be as kind of desubjectivized, detached from it as possible, and it was better for us to speak about subjects that might be a bit more kind of unpersonal or more universal than you would do if you were kind of two people with two difficult Lithuanian names doing that. So.